Hey Miraculous fans, Crystal here, and I have just watched the best episode of season 6, The Ruler. But seriously, so far, I know there's only 8 episodes released so far, but so far, my favourite episode of season 6, okay? Okay? Yes, my favourite. Oh my god. If you're wondering why I'm so, I don't know, excited, giggly, it's because I literally finished watching the episode and started the recording. So I'm still in that mindset from, oh my god, that was amazing and perfect, even though I knew some of it was coming because I'd seen some things, obviously, because I'm watching things a bit late. I keep telling you that every video in case you haven't seen. But even though I knew it was coming, it was so amazing to see it in full with all the context. So yeah, it's my favorite episode. Let's get into why that is. First off, well, for one thing, it's centered around the best ship of the show. Yeah, I don't care about the whole love square thing. I care about side characters, because that's always the way, isn't it? The side characters are way better than the protagonists. And after we just got a certain other couple confirmed last episode, well, in terms of release order, last episode being Toro de Piedra with the Julika and Rose thing. Yeah, now we've got, okay, you can say that they weren't confirmed as a couple. Shut up. It is subtle, but come on, okay? Okay, so yes, my favourite parts about this episode were, of course, the interactions with Mark and Nathaniel, and it was amazing. And okay, there was one line where Mark used the word friend, and to that I say, I'm pretty sure that was because the dubbing team just, and okay, I don't know if he said it in the French dub as well, but whether the dubbing team or the original French writers, I bet that word was just because they are scared. They are scared of networks not wanting to air the episode, or they're scared of getting what I like to call the Garnet treatment, because in Steven Universe, a lot of people say that the the show was got cancelled mainly because of a certain wedding in that show. It's just that there was a bit of a delay. They were already confirmed for the movie in future, and then but it was cancelled. So yeah, I feel like the word friend was only freaking because the writers are so scared to confirm it, because people are stupid, like Nathaniel's mum. Because yeah, they might not outright say certain words, but this episode totally has themes of homophobia. To the point where, okay, maybe it was a mistranslation, but there was a point where people mistakenly thought the name of this episode was The Straightener, which was hilarious given these themes. But I can see how that happened because it's actually called The Ruler, and maybe it's just a translation issue, because maybe the French title, it's referring to like the stationary thing of a ruler, what you use to draw straight lines, and maybe the French word for that is more literal and it means straightener. Maybe it's that. But if it is a coincidence, it's a very ironic one, considering, okay, there even is a point where Nathaniel's mum uses the phrase saying she wants to get him straightened out. Come on! Because it's not just about the comic books. Then she threatens to not let him see Mark and acting like that he's the bad influence. Also, Nathaniel literally comes out of a closet in this episode. So, yeah. But that's all I'll say about those symbolisms. But the episode as a whole was just great. The whole arc was amazing. All the conflict worked really well. There was also some great moments of foreshadowing, like right at the start when he's talking to his dad about the comic. He mentions the ending involves the heroes taking off their helmets, foreshadowing a certain end scene. And then when Mark and Nathaniel are talking about the ending, they're talking about their characters, but they said something about, well, if the two characters reveal themselves, then some character will never let him use something again. And it is very, very foreshadowing that end scene, because they take a very big risk, because if you reveal yourself, a certain someone might not let you use a certain thing again that gives you your powers. So there's that. Yeah, I'll just jump to the end scene. So the reveal, I loved, okay, I did know that one was coming, because I saw that scene and I saw all the jokes where people say, well, we've all been asking for the reveal and we got one, just not the one that we were asking for. I just love how that scene played out. It felt so natural and it felt so perfect for those two. Like, the way the conversation was flowing, and they were like, yeah, it's like us, except we don't have powers. And he was saying, yeah, don't put yourself in danger for me. You're not a superhero. And then Nathaniel makes this face where you could just tell he's thinking about it. He's like, well, I am, and I want to tell him that. And then he does. And the expressions are just everything. And the way they react to it. And he's like, please say something. But then no words are needed. Because then Mark, it just transforms. Because it's like he's saying, oh, great, me too. But speaking of the expressions, not just in that scene, that leads me to my other point of, I know I've said this in a few different season 6 episodes, but especially in this one, I want to say I still will never understand why some people hate the new animation. It's probably just nostalgia, because you can't honestly say it's worse, because just, especially when you see close-up moments, like this one I'll throw up on screen, it's just the detail, the freckles, the tears, the emotion. You can see the emotion so well, and I just love it. And the new animation is what does that. But speaking of that scene that I'm showing right now, is I do like that it's not just about comic books. Like, the mum is framing it as she doesn't want him to pursue comic books. But for him, it's not just about the comic books. That's his connection to Mark. And in that scene, you'll notice he doesn't actually start crying until she says that she'll forbid him from seeing Mark. And that's what does it. And it's just one of those situations where it's just, it causes everybody to be upset, because then Mark ends up upset and Marinette has to comfort him, which, okay, I know I just complimented the animation, but there was one small little nitpick I have that involves kind of an animation issue, which is that when Marinette comforted Mark, so notice Mark's makeup, eyeshadow, or whatever you call it, which, by the way, he looks amazing with that. I am planning a separate video to talk about the my thoughts on the season 6 designs, but I love his. But anyway, his makeup, he is crying and the makeup still looks perfect. Then Marinette hands him a tissue and you can see him wipe his eye and the makeup is still perfect. What kind of magic, amazing makeup is that it stays so perfect? Well, the answer is they didn't bother to draw it getting smudged. But yeah, that's my only nitpick though. This episode was just amazing to me. I loved every bit of it. I loved that my ship got so much attention. I love these. By the way, speaking of this being my favorite ship, quick shout out, I actually not too long ago commissioned some art for this ship, so I'm going to put that on screen here just to kind of promote that artist. Unfortunately, I'd say I'm promoting the artist. Their name slips my mind, I'm sorry, but it'll be written on screen. It's on screen, guys. And I'll put a link to their Instagram in the description because, yeah, just because it's relevant here, because they drew Mark and Nathaniel. Yeah, shout out to this artist. I believe their name was Witchigo or something. It's on screen anyway. I didn't think to write it down, I'm sorry. But yeah, just figured I'd shout them out. They're a really good artist. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all my thoughts on this episode. You'd think I'd be talking more about it because I loved it so much. But I feel like I talk more about something when I'm complaining about it. And when I love something, it's like all I can really say is like, I love it. I loved every bit of it. All the details, the animation was great. All the interactions were great. The dialogue, the arc, the writing. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, so that's all there is about that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the other B plot of this episode, because it was so insignificant, is that there is this tiny little B plot where Marinette is sick and she's embarrassed because she blows her nose really loud, and it's like, you could just remove that plot from the episode. We don't need it. But also, if she is so sick that her nose keeps running like that, she could have stayed home from school. But she did go to school, but I guess she had to because she had to be involved in certain scenes. Not really. If they wanted to let her be pushed to the side a bit, they could have had another character fill in that role in that particular scene I'm thinking of. But they want her to, she's the protagonist, of course, she has to do that. But yeah, she was sick, she was embarrassed. There was a silly misunderstanding where Adrian thought he smells bad, and then he stupidly doused himself with 3 bottles of perfume. But we don't need that B-plot. The episode is perfect without it anyway. The episode was great. It's great. I love it. Mark and Nathaniel, can we have more of them? I mean, I know you're going to say, well, we just got an episode about them. But I'm just saying, I want to see more of them. And I feel like if we keep asking for our favorites, maybe they'll give it to us. Because I feel like, this episode might not have happened if not for people talking about the show on the internet and asking for the ships that they love. Because before now, the closest we got was that scene at the party, end of year party at the Eiffel Tower near the end of season 5, where they had that kind of moment. But yeah, I'm glad we got this episode. And to anyone who says that they're not a confirmed couple, I don't care. It's my ship. I'll do what I want with it. But also, as I said before, yes, Mark used the word friend. No, I don't care, because I think the writers are just scared to let them be more. And to that I say, does this look like Friends? Does this look like Friends? Do Friends do this? I mean, maybe they do, but come on. Do Friends do this or this? I keep saying this, even I'm picturing it in my head because I know what's gonna be on screen. Yeah, this. Come on, guys. Come on. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're probably with me, you're probably a fan of the show, and come on. It's one of the most popular ships in the show that isn't part of the Love Square, Adrianette, Cat Noir, Ladybug thing. That and Rose and Julika is another popular ship, which got confirmed last episode. Come on, they got their kiss. Can Mark and Nathaniel have theirs, please? 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 Okay, I'll stop. Okay, I'm rambling at this point. I'll end it off. But the next video coming up, well, I've run out of episodes to watch. But don't worry, I do have some video ideas in mind, including, of course, I'm going to do full season reviews because I've already done one for season 1. And I was planning one for season 2, but then I pushed it back because I really wanted to do these new episodes. So I'm going to do full season reviews for seasons 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got some ideas for other kinds of reviews and general discussions of little topics. Here's a little teaser. I'll talk about the much debated topic of the identity reveal, the much debated topic of Chloe's redemption arc that people are asking for, and other hot topics on Miraculous. So stay tuned for all sorts of discussion videos and possibly more reviews. I mean, there will be more reviews when we get more new episodes, and I might end up reviewing old episodes as well. So that's all for that. With that being said, I'll see you next time for more Miraculous and other things as well. See you next time, guys.